Alright fam, so Andreas Tate made his debut on Fresh and Fit, or his return, not his debut, excuse me. And it was a disaster, allegedly, apparently. I haven't seen it, but Gadget here is going to inform us of what took place. I can't even speak the English language, man. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe to your boy Dwayne on Blaze. Let's go!
Fresh off the viral cringe stream featuring the Tate brothers, Fresh and Fit, Sneeko, Nick Fuentes, Clavicular and Justin Waller, Andrew Tate has made his long-awaited return to the Fresh and Fit podcast. To me, this is...
Out of all those guys, Clavicular has to be the fastest rising name. This guy just, boom, out of nowhere, bro.
Very telling, because last time Tate was in the US, he ditched Fresh and Fit for right-wing podcasts like the PBD podcast, Benny Johnson, and the Hodge Twins. That went terribly. These podcasts faced significant backlash from their audiences for platforming and simping for an alleged sex trafficker and child predator. It appears that these podcasts may not have Tate back, except Patrick Bet-David, of course. So Tate has been forced to resorting to going back to where it all started in the Fresh and Fit studio. Very quickly into the podcast, Tate jumped at the opportunity to tell a bunch of ridiculous, childish lies about his ongoing criminal cases. So,
I feel like that's the only platform, those are the only platforms that will accept him. The guys who still believe he's nonsense, like Patrick Bet-David, Fresh and Fit, like probably like Nauk Boys, like those are the platforms he's gonna go to.
So let's start the video with a good old-fashioned fact check of Andrew.
It wasn't you charged for, human trafficking?
Is that what I think it is? It don't even look okay.
In America?
Not America. Not America.
El Chris.
Where?
I was charged. So we can talk about this. Let's talk.
Oh yeah. We would love to hear about it.
This is a long.
Yeah, she got the
story.
base.
It's legal in her country, so that's why she's like.
Oh yeah. We love to talk about it, bro. Tell us about
it,
okay,
country in Europe for human trafficking, money laundering, organized criminal group, attempted murder, assault, battery.
Tate always refers to Romania as the most corrupt country on earth, so we'll assume he's talking about his Romanian charges. And what is he talking about? He has not been charged in Romania with assault, battery, or attempted murder. Maybe when he says attempted murder, he's referring to this 2020 story, when he was detained in a case of drug trafficking and attempted murder. And we might see something about it if or when we see the new indictment. Or maybe he's just talking
What a surname.
For 21 different charges.
Andrew and Tristan have 21 different charges
in
the
Lord.
UK, not Romania. He's doing his usual trick of trying to get everyone confused between different cases, so they think...
Look, I don't care how famous you are. If you have 21 charges against you, bro, something is wrong. Something is wrong, bro.
He's in less trouble than he is.
They're saying I was the head of a mafia. Cool as...
They're saying you're head of an organised criminal group that would traffic women and underage girls into webcam and fans pornography. Not cool as fuck.
Don't say that word.
And I beat the case.
He did not beat the case.
Ah.
Andrew actually seems to believe that the more times he lies about this, the more likely it is to come true. But
now, the standard of Fresh and Fit's guests these days has dropped tremendously, bro. Like, there was a time they had some things in there. These ones, this is the group after a late night in the club and you got nothing. And this is the batch that's left and you're just like, alright, I guess I gotta pick from here, bruv. This is the best I can do today.
Every criminal charge you've read about against the Tate brothers in Romania and the UK remains active. He has beat none of them.
And just for those of you who I know are going to come for me, yes, I know I'm also part of the batch that the Huns don't want. Okay, I also know that. Okay, relax.
Extradition for both Tate brothers to the UK to face trial there has been approved to take place after the Romanian case, which means that if their criminal case in Romania is concluded, they will immediately be arrested, thrown in a plane and transported to the UK to face trial. The Tates do not want you to know this.
It's a very long story, but to make it short for everybody at home, Your ability to speak freely is directly correlated to your insignificance. I was the most Googled man on the planet in 2022.
Another of Andrew's favourite silly lies. He was never close to the most Googled man in 2022. For a brief period during that year, he was the most Googled who is term. And ever since, he has been telling the lie that he was once the most Googled man. This lie...
So this guy just keeps lying and lying and lying to us, bro. Andrew, when does the lying stop, bro? Even I believed you're the most Googled man. Not even saying that's a lie, bro. Like, come on, dog. What can we believe with you at this point, bro? What can we even believe?
Isn't as serious as the others, but shows how he will constantly tell completely unnecessary lies.
Just to lie. Just, he must lie.
I've never heard of you. Well,
that's a good thing.
Damn right, that's a good thing. Later on in the podcast, as Tate was bragging about what a truth teller he is, he dropped in another of one of his favourite silly, childish lies.
What did he say now?
I blew up to prominence in 2021 and 2022 by telling the truth about the world, and then the system got angry at me and Matrix attacked me. I spent 4 years in jail and locked in my house, and I very recently got free. So I'm here to continue to tell the truth because I don't learn my lesson and I'm fucking stubborn.
Look how this Hannah's looking at him. Look at her face too. You know, what's so funny about Hans, bro? If you're rich and have clout, even if you're bullshitting and they know you're bullshitting, they're still going to entertain you because you're rich and you got clout. Sad world, man.
So until they lock me back up, I'm going to continue to do it.
If you
but it is what it is.
Several months they spent incarcerated in preventative detention and the 2 stints they've spent in house arrest, the Tates have spent just over a year in these scenarios. Yet Andrew, like a silly little drama queen, keeps lying and exaggerating, complaining that he was locked up and on house arrest for 4 years. What a snowflake.
4 years.
Next, Andrew started telling silly lies to impress all the ladies in the Fresh and Fit studio.
Men like being your vessel to the world. Mm-hmm. So I'll give you an example. Not to brag, but
my thing is, why do you have to come through with a shirt that's open, bruv? Like, that's so crazy to me. Like, I get it, like, you coming through with the swag, but I don't know, sitting in a room full of women, it doesn't even matter how fit you are, but just sitting with an open shirt, like on a podcast type vibe, it's just a bit crazy to me. It's a bit weird. Like, hey man, he can do it, cool, let him do his thing. But to me, it's just a bit like, hey, okay, at least she's nice. She look a bit like Nelly Furtado.
It's because all my money,
a little bit,
all my effort, my $32 million that went into buying my
just
plane,
a little bit.
All I want is her to smile. I don't want her to get on there and think it's normal. I want her to go, wow, this is really cool. How did you get a plane? I want to say, oh, well, you know, I want to tell the story. I want to be the fucking man. That's why.
What a pathetic loser. Let's really think about the likelihood that...
Just break that down and think about that statement. As much as I understand what he's saying, it's actually kind of sad because it's like, why do you want to impact this person so much? It should just be a natural thing. You should just go through natural experiences with people and you should take the joy of that. You shouldn't be wanting to be like, oh, I'm that guy. Oh, I've got a Bugatti here and I've got a flippin' mansion there. Baby girl was good. Come on, bro. It's a bit over the top, bro. You know? You can chill with it.
Andrew Tate owns a $332 million
mega
private
yacht.
jet.
Oh.
He's a webcam
What about the mega yacht?
photography pimp that lives in a rundown meat factory in the outskirts of Bucharest. He owns a fake university, which he's resorted to using to do consistent crypto rug pulls on his members, fraudulent car lotteries, and various other scams. And he's regularly on stream screaming at children to join his university and give him $50. Give me a break. As the podcast went on, Tate only got more pathetic. When addressing people who say things to him, like, what would you say to your own daughter? He made it very clear that his daughter is nothing more than an item of property for him.
Wow, Tate.
Give him grandchildren.
Tate, you just be saying things.
And people often say to me, Andrew, you have all these controversial opinions. What would you say to your own daughter? I pray my daughter at the age of 18 meets an older guy, 45, 46, gives her a house, gives her a fucking Bentley, gets her pregnant, and gives me grandchildren. And if she comes to me and goes, Dad,
look at her.
What?
This chick is traumatized on the right.
I say, are you in the big mansion? Are you driving a Bentley? Okay, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
That's a reaction.
He's taking care of you. If he stops paying your bills, if he stops protecting you, then come to me. But if you are completely protected and provided for, keep giving me grandchildren. Because that is the best thing you can do with your life. I'm rich.
Andrew, that's just sick, man. That's just sick, bro. Like, that's just sick, bro. Like, what type of mentality is that, bro? Like, this is not some ape, bro. This is a human being's life here, bro. How?
Your man's
this
rich.
guy.
You don't need to make money. That's a waste of time. You don't need a fucking Birkin. You don't need a TikTok account. You don't need an Instagram account. Don't sell pussy for pennies. Stop being an idiot and give me grandkids. That's what I truly hope for my own daughters. That is the best thing they can do. That is what make me most proud.
Andrew Tate's like, right message, wrong messenger, bruv.
I really hope that in the
because the way he said that is so wild.
This guy's kids spend most of their childhood without a father because he's in jail, that their mothers raise them well, so they can break the cycle of the Tate's father treating them like property according to everything Andrew said. And Andrew, from what he's saying here, doing the same. Quick announcement.
Generational
for
curses.
those that don't know, Gadget has started a Patreon. If
Are you
like
Gadget?
To support my work, that's the best place to do it. Patreon helps me plan big
Bro, giving me Game Ranger vibes.
projects for the channel and stay independent.
Go support Gadget, bruv.
Early access to some videos and some exclusive content.
Go support my boy Kajeezy.
And if you aren't able to
Kajeezy.
financially, subscribing, liking, even following for free on Patreon still is a massive help. Okay, back to the video. Next, Andrew started trying to quote Bible verses. And the
Okay.
result is very interesting for someone charged with rape in 2 countries.
If you read the Bible, forget the Quran, because that
God,
can be seen as extreme. We're in the West. If you read the Bible, it says that if a man rapes a woman, he must marry her. Why would they force a woman who has been raped to marry the man who raped her? Because marriage means protect and provision. If a man rapes a woman, he must pay for her for life. That is the entire point of marriage. That's what marriage is. Marriage is not sitting there doing couple TikToks like a fucking faggot. Marriage is not walking up and down the aisle with a stupid dress on and being publicly humiliated on Instagram. Marriage is protection and provision. I am your husband if I pay your bills, keep you alive, and nobody can touch you. That makes me your husband. I can have 10 women with my babies because of the amount of money I have and my capabilities in 10 different mansions with 10 different security teams driving 10 different Bentleys.
Some men are just so materialistic, bruv. Like, this is the ultimate materialistic man, bruv. Like, how do you... Like, this guy is so materialistic, he doesn't even understand the essence of what it means to love as a human, bro. This guy doesn't understand love, bro. Because living a life like that, you can never enjoy it, bro. The life he's describing to you is not enjoyable, bro. Trust me now. Just try me. When you get there, you'll understand. I'm not there, I know. Maybe I'm just saying things, but I can see it, boy. 10 different women, 10 different mansions, bro. It looks good on the outside. Watch all the drama, the flipping logistics, I need this, oh, you haven't seen with this? Bro, it's a nightmare, bro, okay? It's not what she's making it seem to be. One girl is enough. If you have a beautiful relationship with her, that's great, bro. Once you start adding people, it becomes a headache. It doesn't matter how rich you are. It becomes a headache.
Thing here is Andrew just made this up. I grew up in a family that went to church every Sunday, and verses saying that if a man rapes a woman, he has to marry her did not ring a bell. So I did a search, and all I could find was a verse saying if a man rapes a woman, he should be executed.
Yo.
The closest to what he described is a verse saying that if a man has sex with a virgin, he shall pay her father 50 shekels of silver, and he must marry her.
Yo, how much 50 shekels, bruv? Do I have that much, bro? Yo, bro. that's actually crazy. I don't even get to have that much. It's fine. Like, yo, that's a setup right there. Don't even.
Very odd for someone who has consistently
Oh,
over
man.
a decade been accused by women of violence, rapes, and sexual assault. Next, we get a lecture from Andrew Tate, the expert on love, as he explains to us.
Bro, he doesn't know
between
love.
How men and women fall in love.
If you want to have 12 women in 12 different mansions, you don't know anything about love, my boy.
Listen to this whiny rubbish.
The point I'm making is women can only fall in love 1, 2, let's assume 3 times.
Yeah.
A man can fall in love over and over and over and over. If a woman sleeps with 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 men, and then the perfect man comes along who's very nice to her and treats her well, etc., because of what I just discussed earlier with the fact that people argue and nothing's perfect and she has...
And it's funny, all these girls, like, you see these girls sitting beside him make all these faces because they're like, oh, he's so nasty. How could he say that? They're still going because he's Andrew Tate. They're still going afterwards, bro. It's crazy, man. It is what it is, though. Andrew, enjoy, bro. You worked hard to get to here, whatever you were doing. You still worked hard, so I guess enjoy, man. Enjoy.
It options. She's likely to cheat on that guy and eventually leave him. Whereas if a man sleeps with 50 women, and then the perfect little virgin angel who obeys him and does everything he says comes along, he's going to be obsessed with her.
Why are these guys so obsessed with virgins? Like, I understand the plus side or the upside in being with a virgin woman. But these guys are like, they want to get them while they're still in high school, bruv. It's like, what are y'all on, dude? Like, that's just nasty, bro. I don't care what universe who says what was back in the day, bro. How you plucking girls out of high school and then you're proud? Oh yeah, you know, she's 16 years old, bro. I would be embarrassed, bro, to be saying things like that. They say it with confidence, bro. Oh yeah, no, 16 years old. I slept with this 16-year-old. She was fresh out of high school. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? She's not even out of high school. She's in high school. Like, you really, as a grown-ass man in his 38 or 9, and you're out here thinking it's cool to sleep with 16-year-old women. Wow. Bro, some people, the proof is in the pudding, and yet people are still gonna follow this peanut head, bro. Oh no, he's my savior! I'll follow him to the grave! Shut the fuck up, man!
Can fall in love with her completely and utterly. Men can fall in love at any point during their sexual history. Women get 1, 2, 3 shots max.
Yep.
Then they die inside. Their hearts die inside, and they become gold diggers.
It's true.
This is guys, this is the current cycle of society.
Absolute drivel. The man is clueless. I'm not sure he's ever been in what we could call a real relationship. Based on what we know about his methods from his courses.
I don't even think he's felt love from a woman, bro. Like, an actual love. Like, maybe he's felt lust and all these things that women feel towards guys with a lot of status and money. But actual, genuine love, like, I don't think so. Because a man who's felt genuine love for a woman would never be saying this bullshit, bro. Would never, bro. Because they understand the sanctitude of that love.
The text message exchanges with various women that are in evidence. Tate uses what he calls his PhD test to find the most vulnerable, low self-esteem women and girls with the sole intention of grooming them onto OnlyFans and isolating them from the outside world. That's not a real relationship. This clown cannot give any insights into how men or women fall in love. This next clip shows Tate's...
Look, Tate is very intelligent, let me say this, but Tate understands one thing. He's here to take advantage of the idiots of this world. That's one thing I know about Tate. He's not here to help the smart people. He knows that they could see through his bullshit. But he knows that the idiots, they're going to follow him to the grave.
Absurd lack of self-awareness. He lectures the ladies in the studio about how women as a whole are narcissistic.
And this is a life hack for all of you women, in case you're ever debating in the future. Women have this amazing feature of their minds, and it's like it ties into your natural innate narcissism. And the reason you have narcissism is because you have to protect yourselves and prioritize yourselves because you have to stay alive for the children. And humanity, humans, us men, have made you narcissists for a reason, because we want you to prioritize yourselves so that you can have kids. So female life is actually more important than male life. It always has been for a very long time. That's why it was men stay on the Titanic, women and children get off the Titanic. This is the way it's always been. So we have helped you through the process of evolution become narcissistic. And that's very important for human survival. But I want to give you a tip for when you're debating. Whenever you discuss a meta point or a larger point, what women always do is put it back to them. We're not actually fucking talking about you. We're talking about men, women, society, marriage, the country we're in, failing birth rates. Well, I. No one gives a fuck what you want. We're not talking about you.
This is absolutely incredible. Now, let me be clear.
Guy's insane, bro.
Tate's moronic lawyers are watching this. I am not about to diagnose anyone. I am simply going to give my speculative opinion. I think Andrew Tate may be the last person who should be pointing fingers at anyone and calling them a narcissist. Let's look at some traits of narcissistic personality disorder.
Oh, he's a narcissist,
which are commonly used by clinicians as a basic framework. Grandiose sense of self-importance, constant need for admiration, sense of entitlement, lack of empathy, exploitative behavior, preoccupation with power, dominance, or success, fragile ego beneath confidence,
Oh, this is hip to a
evaluation
T.
of others, and externalization of blame. In my non-clinical, non-diagnosing opinion, there may be no one on earth who fits these characteristics better than Andrew Tate. In this next clip, I really need to address one of the women on the panel. Perhaps your stereotypical pick me, Amy Dangerfield of Patrick Bet-David's Valuetainment. Let me show you what this disgraceful degenerate had to say and then discuss.
What's crazy about that case is like there were 2 girls, there were 6 victims total, and 2 girls were like, we are not victims. They were literally saying over and over and over again, we are not victims, and yet they kept putting them in the same category as the other. There were 2 of them that were anonymous, and then the other 2 were, when you look into their past, these are women who had trapped men, extorted money from men. Men had literally killed themselves over their actions.
Right.
Everything this idiot is saying is long debunked. As far as the videos she is speaking of victims in the case saying we are not victims, here is the transcript of Andrew being course recorded on jail phone calls directing these videos to be made. As for why the 2 women she speaks of are still listed as victims, it is because there is evidence that points towards them being victims of crimes, like these WhatsApp messages of the Tate's assistant threatening to physically assault, beat, and throw one of them off the balcony if she didn't keep making the money on OnlyFans.
Yo, Georgiana a gangster, bruh.
Okay, back to Amy cooking herself. It only gets worse.
And this constitutes the women who were apparently the victims in the case. It's bullshit. I did a video on this like 2.5 years ago before it was cool to defend the Tates. Yeah. Destiny the streamer sent all of his little liberal army against me, but time exposes or promotes you.
Firstly, there is no evidence of the women she speaks of extorting anyone, but the arguments she's making, which are the same arguments that the Tates are making in their defamation lawsuit against her, is that one of the women specifically has a history of taking advantage of and extorting men, when at the time she was a minor and these men were of age. One of these men was in his 50s and is in prison as we speak, having been convicted of molesting this girl when she was 15, along with other underage girls. So what you just heard, quite literally, was Amy Dangerfield of Valuetainment defending pedophilia.
And I knew that eventually he would be vindicated.
My G, I was set up by the system. And on a political podcast, I'll give the 2-hour story when I talk to these guys. I was set up by the system. That's why.
Honestly, this woman is an idiot for drawing attention to her video, blatantly attacking and defaming an alleged human trafficking victim during an ongoing criminal case. Congratulations, Amy. You are now on my radar, you moron.
Dude, we're below replacement levels. Do you understand that? Yeah. In like literally a few generations, humans may go extinct because we're below replacement levels. I think Andrew Tate's strategy is way more effective, number 1, for keeping the planet alive, and number 2, in alignment with evolutionary and psychology. Here's the thing, at the end of the day,
you're not gonna lie, you're ass kissing a little bit. No.
Glazer!
Here's the thing, I've been on this podcast literally 4 years ago, and here's 8 years old. I'm in Beyonce, and
just
he agrees.
Doesn't mean I don't know much.
No,
I can see a person through a person.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that with time you gain wisdom, and wisdom is applied application. Correct. It's learning through your personal experience.
This chick sounds like she was programmed by AI.
Through. And you're gonna learn in time that. Dude, we're literally below replacement levels. If we don't adopt this strategy, or people aren't religious and get married and stay monogamous and have as many kids as possible, it's one of those 2 things. Mm-hmm. If they do those 2 things, the human race will survive. If they don't, we will perish.
Obviously, this woman is insufferable, and good on that other girl for calling her out, but the reason I just played you that section is to give you the context of what happens next. After a pretty basic disagreement between these 2 women, Myron jumped in with his tired old cliche of being what he believes is an alpha male, throwing a tantrum and kicking a woman out of the studio. In the process, he's just made himself look like such a baby, doing it for for no reason, out of nowhere, seemingly just to force this desperate, fresh and fit cliche. Get a load of this embarrassing, emotional meltdown.
Yeah, these men are very mentally weak. It's like they preach being alpha, being stoic, not being shaken, but yet they trip out, they spaz out on these girls, bro. It's like, bro, I thought you taught me to be calm and stoic. Here you're getting emotional about these girls, like, and you invited them, and it's work. It's not like this is a hangout or something. It's like, bro, where's the professionalism? You've dealt with these type of women so many times that by now you should be, familiar with how to deal with them. But just to act emotional and to show that you're not as stoic as you present yourself to be, then, bro, it's just like the whole theory crumbles on itself about this alpha male Red Bull shit, bro.
All right, do you know what the biggest achievement in your life has been so far?
My daughter.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
I know that because she's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Absolutely.
And a lot of other women are sitting here as the
absolutely.
guy.
And so
I love the fact she said that with a smile. I don't know. I love it when women just love their kids, bro.
Actually made me more mature,
All right,
made
hold
me
on.
more of a
Let me ask you a
woman.
question real fast.
No.
So, whose show are you on?
I'm sorry, what?
So, yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Forget
What'd you
like,
say?
so,
What'd
some of
you
you
say?
ladies are just fucking rude to be rude.
What'd you
I'm
say?
like,
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
no, you just shut the fuck up and
What was
listen
your
for 2
question?
seconds. It's very simple, okay? Right
Bran, why are you talking to people like that, bro? Like, there's no need to talk to someone like that, bro. Like, these guys think being disrespectful is being a man, bro. Disrespecting a woman, it does not make you a man, bro. Just because a woman disrespects you does not now entitle you to act all bitchy about it, alright? You can still address her in a stoic manner and have her understand where you're coming from without getting all sassy, bro. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking. Like, it's weird.
Right now, I'm gonna get to it. Right now, your guy said he's in jail, right? And he's not able to be
Oh, we're
there
not
and
talking
provide
about
for
that.
you
We're not
and
talking
everything
about
else like
that. But we're not talking about that.
Well, I need to use that as an analogy. What I'm
No,
gonna say
you
here.
don't need to use that because we're not talking about that.
Yo, who the fuck are you talking to, bro? Shut the fuck up when I'm talking, okay?
Talking to you,
Shut the fuck
Fresh.
up when I'm talking.
He's not fresh, dude. Oh my gosh.
Yo, get the fuck off my shit, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Look at that guy's.
Frank Castle.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Frank Castle.
I've just been fucking really polite to you guys, and you guys are rude. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Ridiculous.
all right.
Like, why is where Andrew Tate is that's like where everything lame is just happening now, bro. Like, how does, as a man, bro, like, are you proud of yourself, bro? Like, do you feel so empowered? Like, bro, this is weak, bro.
Get the fuck
This is
out of
weak.
here. Yeah, you're fucking ridiculous. Get dressed up. Get the fuck out of here.
He wants
Get
to
the fuck out of here.
Better be too comfortable.
I don't even know why the fuck you brought her back here, Chris, to be honest. She's fucking wrong.
But
Get her out of here.
fine.
I was annoyed when she came up live.
You can go.
Yo, just get up. Just get up and get the fuck out of here.
You can have your own show, thank you.
Bye.
Dude, rude. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Imagine I go to someone's podcast and does that to them on their live show. That's crazy.
What did I do to you?
You guys are so emotional. Imagine somebody goes to this podcast and does that to them. Oh my god, so crazy.
Other men that
fuck
shut up about how emotional and irrational women are. What pathetic children. The sad thing is, Myron seems to actually have convinced himself that these hysterical meltdowns are acts of masculinity. Over the weekend, this whole group took a massive leap further in the direction of lolcow status. As I was editing this video, Andrew's appearance on the PBD podcast dropped and threw everything into further meltdown. I haven't had a close look at it yet, as I figured I'd finish this video before I do, but it's fair to say that this will be the subject of the next video, so make sure you're
Bro, look, man, at the end of the day, like, these guys are just very disrespectful towards women. Like, I don't care if anybody tells me I'm soft. Bro, I was not raised to speak to women like that. I don't care, and I'll never speak to women like that, bro. Ever. I think there's a way you can talk to people just like you talk to other men. To talk to, just the way you talk to other men. Like, Andrew Tate is not telling other men, shut the fuck up when I'm talking to you, bro. No, neither is Myron, right? I think if you're gonna carry that energy, then you should tell other men to you know, you should tell them the same thing. Because I don't like the fact that men can so easily talk to women like that. But as soon as it's time to talk to men like that, it never seems to be as spicy. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's lame activity. I don't think, of course, Andrew's obviously just out here capping, bro. Like, cap master. This guy's the cap master for sure. Ironically, with a bald head. But yeah, man, Myron is just emotional. He's very, very emotional. And it's like, yeah, it's okay to be emotional as men, but the way you perceive yourself, you try to act like you're this man of grounding and stature, and you have foundation and you can't be shaken. Oh boy, it always seems like it just takes one little snarky comment to have you tripping. Get the fuck up, man! Get the fuck up, man! Like, bruh. And you know, you can see right through people like this because, yeah, of course, in your little space, in your little world, you can treat people like that, but you can't go outside treating people like that. And if you were a real person, you wouldn't treat people like that inside, knowing that outside you can't treat people like that. You would be a bit more respectful to anybody, woman, man, whatever gender. So that's just crazy to me. But hey, it is what it is, I guess. It's your boy Dwayne on Blaze. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Love y'all.